Welcome, everybody, to the NXL Windy City Major. I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, joined here by Paintball Mastermind and former head coach of the semi-pro New England Hurricanes, Mike Jeffrey. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Vince. I'm excited to see the action out here, see what's about to unfold on the premier field out here at the Windy City Major.
Yeah, and this will be free all weekend long, so share this out to everybody, all your friends and family, so they can also watch this and enjoy the action. So we have a great first set here coming up for you. We have P-Mob versus Carolina Crisis, and then Distortion versus New Jersey Jesters. So quite a first set we have here. And you know the P-Mob guys pretty well.
Yeah, second event for Preferred Mob. Hoping to gel. They lost a couple guys between events. Thomas Mantoni sitting this one out as a player with injury, but will be coaching. So really hoping to see a stronger showing from them. But it's a tough division. They'll have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely. And P-Mob will be in the all black and some little blue long sleeve shirts here. So no names and numbers. Jesters will be in their traditional black and blue jerseys. Crisis in their traditional black and green jerseys. And then we have Distortion in their new jerseys, which are great. And they have those stars on them, black and gray, historic name there. So just a reminder for everybody, too, big stakes in the semi-pro division here, as we do have quite a race going on right now. So last thing is, too, we have an amazing BKI award as well that any semi-pro player can win. BKI has been wonderful sponsoring this award for us. So looking forward to this. Obviously, Mike, have a ton of experience as a coach. You've looked over this field 100 times, seen you putting in work on Instagram there, right?
That's right.
So what do you think are going to be the keys to success here out on this field?
I think strong center presence, good shots off the break is always important. I think seeing two players start at those back cans and moving up into the towers, holding those cross shots. The main thing I'm curious about is how difficult will it be to get wide on the snake side. I've heard a lot of people say that's difficult to make the snake off the break. So I'll be curious to see how much offense is generated from that side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things, too, that I've seen a lot of teams at practice, lots of blind shots on this field. They were testing them all day long, especially the bounce shots, too, off these pins in the middle. So it's going to create quite a hectic situation in the snake.
Definitely.
So with that, again here, so you're looking right now on your screen at P-Mob. Again, no names and numbers. So we will try to call their names as best as possible.
We got John Derula test firing his gun. Matt Kilbashian is the tall guy right there adjusting his mask. Looks like we got Steve Schloss out there. And the newcomer, young player, Aiden Chasman, walk into the box right now, 17 years old. Heard really good things about him. Look for him to be playing the one on the snake side.
Yeah, I've heard great things that he's been killing it so far. So with that, though, if you are in the comments and chat right now, let us know, who your player is, who you're supporting out here. What team do you think is going to win this match as we go 10 seconds till start? Great breakout here from P-Mob. Carolina Crisis kind of mirrored up. Crisis pushing the center strong on this one.
Aiden Chasman getting into the 50 snake, but gets blown up by the Crisis player in the snake side brick.
Oh, and catches a couple extra, too. So great job by Crisis getting up into that brick and really defending that snake.
Yeah, and then filling into the 50 snake. P-Mob getting peeled off pretty quick over here. Strong point for Crisis.
Wow, and they are just letting the P-Mob guys have it as well. Little bonus balling early in the morning. Love it.
Still one alive on the Dorito side for Preferred Mob. Actually, two alive on the Dorito side. Crisis trying to close out in the snake, wrapping.
Yeah, Crisis in the much more dominant positions right now, all the way past the 50-yard line snake on their side of the field. As you can see the snake battle developing right now on your screen. Oh, just kind of runs to his death there. Nothing else he could do in that situation.
Yeah, down bodies in a situation like that, you kind of just want to make something happen. It's a low percentage situation, better than just sitting in your bunker waiting to get shot.
Yeah, amazing point there by number 21 from Crisis, storming all the way down into the snake side. And then number 19 as well had that first big kill.
Murray is 19. He was in the brick. And 21 is Bendig.
Bendig, all right. Well, great job by Crisis. Very dominant first point. Even though PMOB was able to make it the snake first, unfortunately just didn't have that call that the player was already in that brick.
I think he might have. I think he just didn't really come up fully committed to trading with that guy. Kind of got his head blown off. That was Aiden Chasman who went around the corner into the snake and was able to make it off the break. But Crisis really pressing the issue with that snake side brick off the break.
Absolutely. So as you're looking at the field right now, we do have a couple things that we will be calling today, just try and make it easy for all the viewers out there. So when we refer to the big bricks, those are the bricks in the 50-yard lines, one on the Dorito side, one on the snake side. We also have 4 wedges on the field in the middle as well. So wedges, wings, they're kind of referred to as both. Those are in the 40-yard lines. And we have tall towers. We have cans, which look like cans. For all you first-time watchers out there, we have a snake side and a Dorito side. Dorito side are the triangles that look like Doritos. Snake side, obviously here, looks like a little bit of a snake. Smaller bunkers, got to crawl. And then we have some smaller, what we call Aztec bunkers as well. So on the field, though, we have Chicago Distortion and New Jersey Jesters. A big story here for Chicago Distortion, obviously, a lot of the TMG guys. They also pick up Ryan Rodarte, former Infamous pro.
Yeah, and Distortion has been a top 4 team throughout the year. They haven't been able to break through and win an event. This is kind of a hometown event for them. I'm expecting a very strong showing out of them.
Absolutely. So 10 seconds here, getting ready to go into the breakout. Wide shot, see both teams on the screen. Distortion pulling up. Ryan Rodarte getting a spin right away. So big center push here from Distortion.
Taking both towers, having them both shoot cross. New Jersey Jesters did make it into the snake, though. Distortion rolling those guns. Looks like they want to play zone control. They move up into the second Dorito and then into the brick on the Dorito side.
Yeah, so it looks like in this match, Distortion is going to be pushing Dorito side heavy as the Jesters here with KCAV gets into the snake looking downfield. They're kind of locking him off right now, make sure he can't get any shots.
I believe it's 5-on-5. Distortion in the center towers. 2 players on the Dorito side. The New Jersey Jesters coming into the 50 snake and having him supported with the back line with that Dorito side tower staying snake side and the snake side Aztec.
Yeah, and right now KCAV's in a great position. He has Chaz behind him, protecting him, helping him get up.
Although
Great communication.
I believe Chaz's gun is down, or at least he broke paint.
Ooh,
but that's going to be a kill for Kavanaugh out of Distortion dying out of the snake side can. Kavanaugh on the wrap now. He has no one over here stopping him from Distortion. He's just trying to figure out where those Distortion bodies are.
Yeah, if he pops the top right here.
Ooh, he missed his shot, I think. Nope.
He got him.
Good shot on that Dorito side tower. Kavanaugh's about to blow this game fully open. Jesters trying to figure it out. Ooh, Distortion comes through behind him. I mean, a nice trade.
Wow, great job by Haber, number 2 from Distortion, doing the whole jump shot over the snake.
The Jesters lost another body, but I don't think there's anyone alive for Distortion.
All right. So Chaz streaming down the field right now, trying to close the game out. All right. And it looks like it's going to be 3 players left alive. Refs checking out Chaz's gun right now. Potentially a hit on the hopper. I don't think so. He didn't get any pressure. Okay, so they're going to call him good. I was going to say, because he didn't really get any pressure besides his gun being down towards the beginning of the day, or beginning of the point.
Yeah, that was an interesting point. The Jesters made the snake. Distortion wanted to lock down the field and press the Dorito side, but Kavanaugh getting into the 50 snake uncontested and getting on the wrap really blew that game open.
Absolutely. So Carolina Crisis up by 1. Very dominant point. 13 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in this match. Just want to give a little shout out to our sponsors of the field. It is a ProShar field for this event, so thank you so much to ProShar. Also Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Die Paintball, Sup Air, and DLX Lux. Shout out to all the sponsors. Thank you so much for providing this live and free live stream all weekend long here on the NXL Premier Field. So if you can, we have an amazing venue here as well. You can come out to Gaelic Park and watch this event free and live, or just stay tuned in with us all weekend long. 10 seconds here to go on the break. All right, P-Mob, let's see if they can survive a little longer. All they do is lose one off the break.
They lose Matt Kilbashian right there. Aiden Chasman runs out to the corner. He might have gotten shot as well.
Huge move from Crisis up to the 50-yard line, number 27. Oh, but he does not make it alive.
So 3 bodies alive for Preferred Mob, 4 for Crisis. Crisis now getting into the snake. They lose their Dorito side player, so I believe it's 3-on-3.
And great job from this Crisis player to understand the situation and low crawl all the way from the corner into the snake.
John DeRule in the snake side tower. Steven Schloss making moves in the back line for P-Mob. John DeRule filling out to the corner, so now he can contest the Crisis snake player down the wire.
I don't think the Crisis player knows he's there. So if he peeks out a little bit, he knows he's there now.
Yeah, he feels the paint coming down the wire. He's backed way off his bunker.
So it still looks like 4-on-3.
No, I believe it's 3-on-3.
Is it 3-on-3 now?
Yeah, there's 2 for P-Mob for sure in the first Dorito and the back left. Crisis is in the snake. The first Dorito in the snake side can. Now crawling into the 50 snake is the Crisis player.
A little tactical retreat from Crisis player in Dorito 1, Dorito 2 going back to Dorito 1.
This is Murray, number 19 for Crisis in the snake, looking inside now, trying to find an easy kill. John DeRule filling into the snake. No one picked him up. Great move by John.
Wow, and you got to be careful. There is an inside shot here. As you can see, the Crisis player is trying to hit that shot.
Yeah, they picked him up. I was worried about saying that a little too loud. I think you might have heard me.
No. So good retreat here in the snake. Now the Crisis player, Murray, does have a player behind him as well in the corner, help protect his wire.
Which is kind of a dicey choice because it leaves the highway open, running that inside lane to get both guys for John DeRula. But John is on an island. I don't think he knows who's alive for P-Mob on the Dorito side.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure it out right now. Communication has slowed down quite a bit.
P-Mob is into Crisis' side of the Doritos, though, now.
Wow, great. Yeah,
I think that's Steve Schloss who got sneaky.
P-Mob player can completely blow this open right now. If he's able to shoot the Dorito player.
Catch him.
Wow. Ooh, that's a close one.
Trades with the Dorito side. I think that was a great move and clean.
Yes.
John DeRula now trying to play off that chaos. P-Mob is on to Crisis' side of the Doritos. Again, it's a 2-on-2, but Crisis has both players on the snake side. They lose their back player, so it's just the 50 snake left for Crisis. P-Mob.
Oh, and it looks like a trade here. Crisis is going to trade with P-Mob. That leaves one P-Mob player alive. So wait for P-Mob to bring that one back.
P-Mob started down 2 bodies right there, but they got the critical kill on the Crisis brick player off the break. If that Crisis brick player on the snake side lived, it's a completely different point. But they pull out the 3-on-4 with really smart, savvy play by John DeRula, playing on the island, keeping the snake in check. And then Steven Schloss and I believe it was Isaac Luke on the Dorito side really crashing down over there and breaking the game open.
Great job by them all around. So just some more terminology you're going to hear this weekend. So when we talk about wire and highway, the wire is the outside of the bunkers towards the net. The highway is the inside of the bunker. So we may see someone running the highway or running the wire. That's what that's going to refer to. So back on the field right now, New Jersey Jesters, Chicago Distortion. Jesters up right now. Actually, I think.
Yeah, Jesters 1-0.
Yeah, Jesters because Chaz hung that last one. So Haber with the great move, the last point. So 10 seconds here till the start. Widescreen breakout here. Big breakout by Jesters going all the way up into the middle. Wow, getting right into that 50-yard line brick on the snake side.
We're seeing quite a bit of that. Distortion getting into the Dorito side wedge, though. They have the snake side tower.
Rodarte on that one.
Distortion rolling their guns from the snake side can, then filling into the Dorito one.
Yeah, a lot of guns were turned at Dorito side at first. Oh,
they have the Dorito 3 Distortion, so advancing on that side of the field.
So So I think Jesters lose their first body over on the Dorito side.
And Distortion has good position there with number 34. That's Kohler.
Yeah, doing a great job.
With Rodarte supporting him from the edge, from the wedge. Rodarte moving up and trading with the Jesters player. Oh, no, he got him clean. He shoots the snake side brick. Great move by Rodarte.
This tower's got to be careful, though. I think he just got shot by K-Cab. Oh, wow. So great job.
That was the 2-player on Distortion from the snake side can picking up the snake. Distortion in full control at this point right now.
I think that's Haber. You got to be careful. That was close to a penalty. He got shot in the pod pack. Ref was trying to call him out.
Rodarte in the Dorito side brick on the wrap, and he has Kohler right next to him in that Dorito 3.
Absolutely doing work right now.
I believe the Jesters have their Dorito side can. That's who both those Distortion players are shooting at right now. Jesters have both cans on the cross. It's just those two bodies, and they're just going to cross it up. That's where basically they're both covering each other's backs right now, but very poor positions.
Yeah, do not want to get stuck in the middle like that.
Yeah, but you don't blow the horn here because you have the lead, so you're hoping these guys can wheel and deal and win a couple gun battles and even this up. Distortion taking their time to figure it out, down one. They have dominant. It's definitely 3 Distortion bodies to 2 Jesters.
I think we have 4. There's actually 4. So there's Rodarte in the Dorito side brick. They have a Dorito player behind him, and they have 2 players here in the backfield. They have one in this can for sure. So with 4 on 2, I don't know in this situation.
Distortion's snake can player needs to just get in the snake and go down the field. There's really nothing stopping him. It's the can on the cross shot, but it's just one gun to beat. Rodarte now is going to fill out toward the snake side. That's a smart move by Rodarte. Yeah. You see him coming into the snake side wedge here. He understands the situation that's just across and look for him to apply some pressure either up the middle or maybe to work his way over the snake side. This is Distortion's game. They don't rush anything. You know, they want to connect. They want to know for sure where those last 2 bodies are.
Yeah, Unger made a move from that can on the snake side, just like you said, now making a move straight into the snake. They do peel off one Jester play already.
Just one more Jesters player in the Dorito side can.
Oh, as Unger smokes his own guy on accident while he's walking out.
Distortion coming through the center. They shoot that last Jesters player.
Yeah, great close out there for Distortion.
Yeah, you know, a little bit on the slow side. It was just that cross, but it's the second point of the tournament, right? So these are the things we're going to try to get better at as the tournament goes on, figuring out where the last 2 bodies are and understanding where the close comes from.
Yeah, so we're only a couple points into the day so far. As you can see, we have some great action coming up. So next set, we have Paintball Fit versus TCP Machine and Killers versus Ruthless Factory. Ruthless Factory, a newer semi-pro team on the scene with some not-so-unnew names. They do have some former Aftershock players on there. They also have Hank Stumpf, who was a pro earlier this year.
Very recently of Iron Man.
Yeah, on Iron Man. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to see some good action all weekend long. And that just talks about the depth in semi-pro. There's tons of pro players, former pro players in semi-pro. So, you know, we're really watching the next high-level action going on here.
Yeah, and then you got those teams like Blast Camp and PB Fit who have been playing together for a long time and climbing the ranks together. So it's a really interesting mix of veteran pros who take long breaks and end up back in semi-pro, and these up-and-coming talents like the Killers as well.
Yeah, no one ever retires from paintball. So.
No, we're all addicts.
So on your screen here right now, breakout for P-Mob.
They hold up Aiden Chasman short at the Aztec. Crisis is already in the snake. That's Adams, number 24, gets in alive. He's in Snake 2, loading his gun.
Yeah, and again, Christ is doing a great job getting into this snake because from everything we heard at practice, the snake was going to be tough to make, and he's just making it look easy.
Yeah. Sean Wyatt in the back center shooting Dorito away. He's a former Infamous player, moving now into the Dorito side tower, looking inside. I don't think he knew the snake was there.
Yeah, P-Mob did not know. They were calling Snake 1, and it's Snake 50.
Oh, wow. But someone on P-Mob dinks out the snake. That's a wily shot.
Yeah, what a great snapshot here from the player getting into the snake right now. He actually got that kill.
Yeah, I believe that's Jake Thorne. He's been around a while. He comes in and out of paintball, but that's a great shot. He gets right into the 50 snake now. He's going to check off the brick and now go hunting for kills. Ooh, but he gets diced up because Crisis filled out to the corner and no one picked him up.
Wow. Just, you hate to see that.
That's a tough death, but a great fill by Crisis and way to make his shot. So now he's shooting inside. Crisis is also in the snake side wedge, making sure that PMOB doesn't fill out. John's going to try it, but that's exactly what happens. He gets peeled off by that snake side wedge player for Crisis. Crisis then filling into the snake. They're looking like they're in control at this point.
It's either a 4-on-2 or a 3-on-2 right now. Crisis definitely having the body advantage.
PMOB lost another on the Dorito side. Crisis is, casually wrapping that Dorito 3.
Yeah, and doing a great job.
Sean
overall.
Wyatt about to get bunkered in that Dorito side tower, and PMOB's going to blow the horn. So that's going to be 2-1 Crisis. And Crisis has really won most of the breakouts out here so far, either with aggression or shooting a body off the break. Their snake side player did get shot out of his bunker, but the two over there made that critical fill out to shoot the PMOB player, Jake Thorne, in the 50 snake, and that's really what changed that point. Once Jake died in the 50 snake, Crisis really took over.
Yeah, definitely. And that was, the big kill there, getting to that 50 snake often and early. He looked like he was going to get that shot on Sean Wyatt there at first, but unfortunately for him, he missed the shot on Sean's pod pack. Sean was able to tuck in, and then Jake was able to get him out of there. So great job for Jake being the stopgap right there, because that could have been very bad for PMOB.
Yeah, frankly, that point could have been over a lot sooner if Crisis connects on that and then doesn't die out of the bunker. But I think that was the first point for Adams, number 24, and something of a rough one. But he did get into the 50 snake early, and that's an asset.
Absolutely. So all tied up here, 1-1 here on the breakout. 9 minutes, 39 seconds left to go. So great job by Distortion. They're going to go quick right low into the snake. Is that Haber, number 2, I believe?
I'm not sure, but I think he shot from the 3 and then ran in there, which is such a nice move. And now he's on the wrap. He has no one on the wire. He's hunting. Haber wants it.
All the way on to Jesters' side of the field. They don't know he's there. He's going to get...
he
does he
misses
get
a
kicked
shot.
out?
I think he missed a shot.
Oh, no. I think he missed it. And they're going to know he's there now.
No.
He got it. Great job. Yeah, they know he's there now.
Yeah, they're trying to bounce one off the 50 snake. Haber is in Jester snake 2. He shoots another, or that snake side tower. I'm not sure if that was Haber, but
yeah, Haber
is
feasting right now.
Jester's Dorito side tower player is in a desperate situation. Distortion is having no heat on the Dorito side because the snake side is just working people.
Wow, Haber has a 4-pack.
Ooh, but the Jester's player is launching on the Dorito side. He gets caught. Distortion's going to win this one easily. On the strength of Haber shooting from the 3 off the break and then running all the way to the snake and peeling off at least 3 Jesters players. And you could tell by his body language, he went right into that 50 snake, understood that no one was shooting them, so he goes to the Jesters side and gets his kills.
Wow. That was about as dominant point as you can have out here right now. Haber getting into the snake after the delay and then gets a 4-pack.
Yeah, and you could tell Haber from his body language, he wasn't going into the 50 snake to hang out. He was going in there to eat, and that's what you need from your one player on the snake side.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, if you're just now tuning in, great set we have right now. We have Distortion versus New Jersey Jesters and PMOB versus Carolina Crisis. PMOB is going to be in the darker color, black and blue long sleeve shirts with no names and numbers. Crisis is going to be in the black and green coming on the screen right now. So
Steven Schloss with a real strong strut out there, playing the 2 on the Dorito side, looking to clean things up, make people look foolish. We love to see it.
Yeah, it is definitely real competitive out here this morning. Definitely one of the better games. Now, Crisis, great roster they have as well. Eddie Dawes, Zach Freeze, Corey Hicks, Jake Summers, Josh Barton. No slouches here as we're on the breakout right now.
Crisis into the snake side tower, shooting the Dorito way, and then they fill up to the Dorito side tower. We're going to see a ton of this all weekend. Both those towers on the cross to start the game.
And as we see a good 4 in the center. Oh, big move up to the Dorito there as Crisis is trying to push hard on that Dorito side. What do you think about teams not pushing the snake on as much?
Well, I think teams are going to be wary to risk that body off the break, and you don't want to take those runs too often. And Crisis had run at the last point, so I like the idea of them staying short. And now they're in that Dorito side juice box and the Dorito side wedge. That Dorito side wedge is going to stop anyone from getting wide on the snake side for Preferred Mob. He's hammering the snake side Aztec with paint. This player by Preferred Mob can't move. You can see that Dorito side wedge shooting inside for that gap.
Yeah,
stopping the movement for Preferred Mob forward.
I was about to say, he is stuck right now in that little Aztec bunker there, trying to just pound paint through and work his way in. But you can see on the cross here, they do have a player in that wedge stopping him.
So Preferred Mob getting up the Dorito side since their snake side offense has been held up.
Still 5-on-5. No one's lost a body yet. I mean, at this point, one death, one missed call could end the point for you as time's ticking down. 7 minutes left.
And Crisis is way better set up here because they have both those wedges that can stop offense.
Yeah, and Dorito side player here for P-Mob looking into two bodies, kind of stuck. As you can see, 24 from Crisis on your screen, though. They're just trying to lock things down right now. Let P-Mob make the mistakes and move into their guns.
And I believe the scoreboard is wrong. I believe Crisis is up a point, 2-1.
I believe they are too, yes.
So now, we're seeing a slow match develop here with only 6:40 left in a lead. You can't kill this whole time right here if you're Crisis, but you can see them trying to take control of the clock and use that to their advantage. With both those wedges inside, like number 24, Adams, he's slowing down all that movement on the Dorito side, and right next to him is someone slowing down the snake side.
Absolutely. Very, very Edmonton Impact-esque. Hold on to that lead.
Yeah, number 14 doesn't know that Jake Thorne got into the snake, though, got under his gun. And so now Jake Thorne can kind of go to work for Preferred Mob. He has no one matching him on the wire. He's trying to figure out where the Crisis bodies are, crawling down to the 50 snake.
Yeah, what's the move right here? Is this the right move?
Go to their side of the field and blow up both those wedges in the back. I don't think anyone picked him up, so he could crawl to Crisis's Snake 1 and get 3 kills right here. It's hard to know that. If you don't know what's in front of you, it's really hard to crawl. He shoots the Snake side can. Critical kill by Jake Thorne. He can really blow this game.
Wow.
Shoots the Crisis player in the back in the Dorito side wedge. Just keep going, Jake.
What he doesn't know.
He stops and communicates, which is not a bad thing to do. Crisis launches on the Dorito side to the brick. They're behind Jake now.
So Crisis does not know.
Jake is looking in the backfield, but they're actually behind him.
Right. Jake has got backs and packs right now.
Yeah, he's just got to hit the buzzer. Crisis. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. Great job on their side. And he's going to hit the buzzer. Wow. Great. What a move.
That was incredible patient paintball by Jake Thorne right there. He gets into the snake side Aztec and can't do anything because Crisis is in the Dorito side wedge pounding his bunker. But you know what? As those points get long, people run out of pods. They can't hold the stream as long. The second it went down, he's in the snake, goes all the way, shoots at least 3 bodies, blows up in the point. Love to see it. Preferred Mob tying things up 2-2.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tricky part about this field is because there's so many large bunkers in the middle, it kind of blocks out each side. So one, it's going to make communication very hard for teams, especially if they drop that center body that's going to be pivotal to get that communication across. On top of that, though, it's also going to make it very easy to lose bodies on this field.
For sure. And I think patience from the one players on the snake side in those situations is really going to differentiate. If Jake lost his patience there and tried to jump through a gun, he dies early. That's an easy point for Crisis, who had all the spots early.
For Distortion, we got Rodarte, Kohler, Haber. Looks like we also have, trying to see who that is it looks like Unger on the field as well. Can't see that 4th body, but Jesters on your screen now. Big breakout from them. Heavy guns through that gap on the snake side, trying to make sure they get that player.
They lose their snake player, though, off the break. Going to the Aztec.
Yep, first to die. Big loss for them.
They fill into the snake side tower, though. He's going to switch his gun Dorito way. Well, maybe not. He's going to shoot heads up snake way to keep Distortion from going out. They have the snake side can shooting inside to hold up any Dorito side movement. You see Jesters, they're an old school team. You know, they like those two guys in the cans on the cross all day long.
Yeah.
Distortion, not much progression on the Dorito side. They got 3 bodies over there. They make it up into the snake side wedge. He's looking inside to stop any Dorito side movement.
So yeah, Unger and Wine Rob on your screen right now, followed up by Rodarte in the back, and I believe that's Haber in the center again, who's been a star for them so far.
He blew up that last point from the snake side, and now he's in the snake side wedge. The Jesters now moving into the 40 juice box. I'm not sure which way he's looking.
He's looking Dorito side right now.
Looking Dorito side. That's a really sneaky move.
He just moved into the brick on the Dorito side as well. No one picked him up, so no one knows that Jesters player's in that 50-yard line brick on the Dorito side.
You can see Distortion, though. Oh, they lose their Dorito side tower
And
player.
here he
gets
goes.
Cyclops.
Yep. So that player that moved into the 50 brick is now in the Dorito, right on
Distortion side of the field.
Yeah.
The Distortion falling up behind him on the Jester side, getting into the Dorito side juice box.
So Haber's picked him up now. Haber's looking that side, trying to catch him moving.
Distortion's in a really tough spot here. Haber going forward, tries to trade with that Jester's Dorito player.
Oh,
Haber's about to get a penalty.
Yeah, and that was actually Wank. That wasn't Wine Rob. But, Haber gets a penalty. Man, paintball is definitely a what have you done for me lately game, and unfortunately blows over the last point and then gets a penalty this point. So it looks like Jess Kohler left over there on the Dorito side right now. Young star for Distortion. Let's see if he can pull out. I believe it's a 2-on-1 right now.
3-on-1. Yeah.
It's tough.
Jesters are in the 50 Dorito, and they shoot the last Distortion player out of the Dorito 1. Oh, no, there was another Distortion player in the can. In the Dorito side
Rodarte hiding the whole time.
So Jester's going to tie this game up. 2 great matches in the set right here. And notice it's 2-2 with around 5:30 left in both matches. We're seeing some slow points out here, some grinder points.
Yeah, Rodarte is just trying to be sneaky there. He was trying to let them run into his gun. So it was a 2-on-3. But what I mean by hiding was we kind of hiding from us. We can't see that one little side there from where we're at here in the booth. The little Aztec kind of blocks it out. So I think that point could have gone either way, but Unger getting, it was not Unger, it was
Unger in the wedge got the penalty moving forward to the
Gotcha.
snake side brick, trying to shoot the Jesters player who had advanced onto Distortion's Dorito side. The Jesters really were up the gut early. That player who went into the brick and then moved his way over to the Dorito side put a lot of pressure on Distortion. Distortion had 3 bodies on the Dorito side, but wasn't able to put together any offense. The Jesters really hammering those cross shots from the cans, just trying to be gun dominant and stop movement. Distortion never really having any wide progression.
Yeah, and I do want to get to some Facebook comments real quick. So we are we're trying to upgrade. Every time that you guys tune in and share this out, it just helps us grow. So for you all and all of our sponsors out here growing it. So we do have some great technology, great cameras, great crew as well here with us. So on the breakout right now, P-Mob.
That's John Derula pulling up to shoot at the snake side can, and Matt Kilbashin shooting over the top at the 3, but Crisis is able to get past his gun into the snake. Matt filling into the snake side tower. P-Mob is also in the snake. They're in the Dorito 1. That's Isaac Luke over there in the Dorito 1 for P-Mob.
Yeah, they might as well just let Crisis start in the snake at this point. They've made it uncontested pretty much every time.
Yeah, they haven't been able to shoot him off the break, which is a real problem. John Derula filling up into the Dorito side wedge, though.
Oh, but it looks like Crisis is going to lose a body on the Dorito side of the field, though. So I think it's still a 4-on-5 now.
Yeah. 5 bodies for P-Mob, 4 for Crisis.
A little bit of a
Evened
snake,
up in
though.
the snake. Matt Kilbashin moving into the snake side wedge for P-Mob. He's going to look over Jake Thorne, so no one's going to bunker him. Jake Thorne now getting into the 50 snake.
Yeah, I think to be careful, too, because I think P-Mob has worked their way onto Crisis' side of the field in the Doritos, or he's in the 50 brick on the Dorito side.
Jake Thorne gets a kill out of the Dorito 1, but then gets shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, does get picked up.
2 bodies walking off for Crisis. I think there's 2 bodies left for Crisis. They're definitely in the snake, too. Matt Kilbashin in the snake side wedge trying to figure it out. He knows that snake hasn't come off. And now we got Isaac Luke filling all the way over to the snake side Aztec. That's a great fill by Isaac. Alexander Barytnikov-esque to switch sides in the middle of the point. Crisis coming into the 50 snake now. Oh, he's going to stop at this mini wall and try to get a shot on Kilbashin in the wedge.
Yeah, number 19 here.
Oh, I think
Crisis.
Isaac.
High level move right now to play the blind zone there.
Yeah, moves back into the snake side too. He's inside. John Derula is in the Dorito side tower trying to figure things out. The last body for Crisis is in the snake side tower, or the second to last body. So both bodies on the snake side for Crisis, they're in the tower in the snake 2. You see the snake 2 on the screen shooting inside. Now he's going to check the wire. Crisis going back into the back center. So it's the snake 2 and back center for Crisis. Preferred Mob has all the positions here, other than the snake, I guess. It'd be great if Isaac Luke could get into the snake here and just come bunker this kid out.
Oh, but good job by P-Mob. They get the kill on the player from Crisis moving up to the tower. I believe good concession there by Crisis, as they only have one player left alive. So they saved him some pain there because it looked like they were getting ready to move on him. So good job overall to close that game out.
Yeah, that was actually Steven Schloss who filled over to the snake side late in that game, which really kind of kept Crisis from being able to crawl down and break that point open. Preferred Mob playing good team paintball right there, applying various pressures across the field, keeping that snake side in check, and getting a nice slow close to go up 3-2 here with, I believe there's 3 minutes or so left in that match.
Yeah, so first set's almost over, right? Played roughly, 15 points so far. What are you loving right now?
What I'm loving right now is if you can get into the snake and make it. I'm loving patient play from those ones in the early game, especially if you don't make it wide, and the center presence. The teams that are getting up the center early into those wedges and bricks are winning points out here.
Absolutely. So 2-2, all tied up. Looks like right now, actually, I think it's...
no, it's 2-2, right?
Yeah, it's 2-2, yep. So on the breakout right now, you can see...
So that's Unger who shot and delayed. That's why he did the point. He blew it open, and now we're going to have a nice little snake battle. Both players crawling into the 50 snake. Neither one of them knows that whoever shoots their gun first has a disadvantage.
Yep, well, that's
Unger hears him.
Oh!
I don't know. I don't think he shot him. Okay, so it's a trade.
So that was Haber and KCAV there. Big move into the snake. Now Chaz fills the snake in.
The Jesters.
Yeah, they don't know that he's filled it, so he's going to have a ton of shots right now. Oh, he gets one. Oh,
big good shot by the back center player on Distortion. That's a clutch kill for the Distortion player.
Yes, Chaz looked like he was getting ready to eat.
The Jesters are in the 50 Dorito mini wall, though. And now a big move for Distortion filling the snake side.
That's Rodarte.
Pack. That's Rodarte. Gets in there alive.
Yeah, that's a lot of pack. So a Dorito side battle going on right now. Trying to switch sides, trying to figure it out. The Jesters player is in a good spot right now, trying to shoot crossfield. I don't think that he knows what he has in front of him, though.
It's 3-on-3 and quiet out here.
Yeah, as I believe Kohler has now moved.
Oh, but tough death for Rodarte out of the snake. That's really going to open things up for the Jesters.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Oh, but the Jesters lose their snake side Aztec player, so it's a 2-on-2 now. The Jesters have that 50 mini wall on the Dorito side who's on your screen, and another player behind him in the Dorito side wedge. Distortion is in the 40-line juice box on your screen, keeping that Jesters player in check.
I want to say that's Kohler. Yeah, number 34,
Distortion
Kohler.
now filling out to the snake side Aztec. He's getting checked out. He's got a huge hit on his chest. So it's just going to be 34 Kohler left for Distortion. The Jesters player is going to try to run him down.
Oh.
Gets him. So one player left alive for the Jesters. Distortion should be blowing the horn right here to preserve time.
Yeah, because they are about to go down by one with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. So they got to be careful here.
Yeah, the Jesters player smartly is not running for the horn. Distortion now blows the horn, so that's going to be 3-2 for the Jesters. Great little 50 snake showdown there. I do not think Unger shot Kavanaugh. I think they called a trade because it looked like a trade. I think he bounced him. And Haber. Yeah, and Kavanaugh was the Jester snake player. And he's saying, where am I hit? And they're like, trade. I don't think anything broke on him.
So in that situation, very bang, but I think you are right. So what happened was, So KCAV recognized he was there. Haber recognized. Haber went around. KCAV jumped.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure when KCAV jumped, he actually, Haber actually missed him. But KCAV was able to come down and get that down shot on him. So in that situation, though, it's very, very likely they both got shot. But it's a bang-bang split-second play. So tough call by the refs. I mean, they're doing an amazing job out here. Great crew on the premier field as always. But, yeah, those are the kind of plays that, unfortunately, we just got to do the best you can in the situation given. So on the breakout here on your screen, Carolina Crisis, big breakout, huge bite into the Dorito side for them, and then up into the Snakeside Tower as well. So
they lose their Snakeside can flare. They get into the Dorito side wedge to shoot inside and stop any movement on the Snakeside for P-Mob. They also have that Snakeside Tower. Now we're looking at P-Mob. That's Sean Wyatt in the Snakeside Tower, trying to hold up anyone from going wide. Crisis does not have a wide presence on the snake side. However, they can't get Jake Thorne in there. He's in the snake side Aztec because Crisis has that wedge. Sean White switching inside, goes to sleep right as the Crisis player fills out into the snake side Aztec. Crisis into the Dorito 3. So Crisis with progression and a defensive presence, and now they're getting into the snake. So really Crisis's point to lose right here. Down 1 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, they got to be careful right now as I believe it's Sean White moves up into the wedge on the snake side. Looking Doritos, though.
I don't think anyone's picked up this Crisis player who's in Snake 2 and on the wrap.
I don't think it
peels off Sean Wyatt's pack in the snake side wedge.
They know he's there now.
Jake Thorne matches him. That's a great fill by Jake to understand the situation. Ref coming in to check him. Oh, the Crisis. He got shot. Jake Thorne dies out of the snake, but John Derula fills out into the snake side corner. That's a critical fill by John Derula because now this Crisis player can't go all the way down uncontested. Preferred Mob trying to shore up their defense right here and burn time off. 123. Crisis needs a point. They're in the 50 snake. John Derula is looking down the wire to make sure that snake side doesn't come. Crisis in the 50 wall. He's going to try to break the game open on the Dorito side. He's got the small outside Dorito and the big Dorito one in front of him. P-Mob losing both players off the Dorito side, so it's just John Derula in the corner with 1 minute left on the clock and Crisis coming down to tie it.
Yeah, Crisis, snake player right now doing hopper surgery as his gun has been down since he got into the 50. But it's not going to matter as Crisis is going to run in and score a point, putting them up by 2 now.
And interestingly, they did not run the snake off the break after getting it the last 2.
I apologize, tying them up. I said up by 2.
No.
Tying them up.
Yeah, 3-3 with 1 minute left. This is a great back and forth match for both these teams. P-Mob has been playing off their heels. The points they've won, they've dug them out. Crisis has really been bringing the action to them.
And the points that they have won, I mean, they've had strong snake presence. I mean, Jake getting in and just getting those, crucial kills.
Right.
But I think they've picked that up, and they're stopping him now from getting into the snake.
In one of those points that he won, he had to sit at that Aztec for about 2.5 minutes before the opportunity presented itself. They did have some success early in the match running around the corner and into the snake off the break. However, that player died both times he was able to get in there.
Yep, so P-Mob and Crisis tied up 3-3. Distortion and Jesters. Jesters up by 1. Very back and forth match here.
Yeah, and in both games in the set, back and forth. They're a lot of fun to watch. So we'll see what we got here. I'm curious to see if Unger does his shoot and run to the snake off the break. I'd kind of be surprised if he did that 2 in a row.
Yeah, Haber's been doing a really good job with that. Unger's been pushing up the center quite a bit.
Jesters running the snake off the break, but he gets shot. They're shooting from the 3 out for someone wide for Distortion, but Distortion stays short going to that snake side tower. Yeah, Jesters with the cans on the cross as always, and they got that Dorito 1 looking inside. Jesters have this posture of we're going to kill the clock right here. They wanted to send Snake off the break, but he died, and so now they're stuck in the back line, just going to hold off the Distortion attack. But Distortion is into Dorito 3 and the Dorito side wedge, pushing into the Dorito brick now. Distortion has no wide presence on the Snake side, but they're looking really nicely set up on the Dorito side. As you see, number 34, Kohler there in the Dorito 3, looking for a kill out of one of those back players. Rodarte backed off the Dorito side wedge. He's going to shoot any fills on the Snake side, which here it comes from the Jesters, gets blown up by Rodarte. So now Distortion in full control, 3 bodies left for the Jesters, all in the back line. It's the back center, the Dorito side can, and the big Dorito. Kohler over here trying to get some wire dominance. Unger filling up to the snake side wedge.
Yeah, and if Distortion's able to pull this point out, that first key kill on K-Cab and the snake, that's the point that's the kill that's going to do it.
And then Rodarte's great move into the brick, shooting the filler after that, was also massive, making sure they weren't able to get someone in there. Distortion can't afford to lose this point now. Down 1 with 2 minutes left in full control.
Rodarte now on Jester's side of the field, followed up by Kohler there in the Doritos. So great job, great moves. Look for Rodarte trying to make.
But Distortion needs to fill out to the snake side. Here it comes into the snake side Aztec. There's nothing stopping them from getting deep on the snake side, and that's going to end the game. Distortion has, besides those points when Unger runs off the break, they've really gone to sleep on the snake side, which I don't like to see.
Yeah, and Rodarte's got to be careful here, because if he tries to make a move up, so Jester, so this is Jester game. Heavy guns, sit in your spots, let them run into you, because they're just trying to burn clock right now. Almost under a minute, so a minute 12 seconds left here. I mean, Distortion has to go.
Yeah, they do kill the back center now. They have to win. They don't have to force it right now. They have full dominance. You just can't afford to lose this. Now they get into the snake. He can win this point basically at will at this point. 60 seconds left. He's going to go to the Jester side of the field. Should see that Dorito too. Should kill that guy. Does. Coming down now to the Jester side of the field. That's number 67.
Wow, great job by Rodarte on the run through. Gonna put a little couple extra love in him. And
39 seconds left, and the game is going to be tied. New Jersey Jesters and Distortion.
Wow.
Distortion, slow on their closes out here. Careful. Not really pressing the issue on the snake side, except for when they do that Unger breakout where he shoots and goes. But really calm play, really smart play by Rodarte up the center, baiting the Jesters player into that snake side fill that really kind of blew the game open.
Yeah, so again, Haber's been doing that kind of like delay shoot and then getting into the snake. Quite the athleticism on him. Unger's been backing him up, though, so that's the great job. Having such a deep roster that they have right now, they have players that can play every single position. It's nice to see.
Highly athletic play by Haber on those snake side runs.
Absolutely. So
here we are, preferred mob Carolina Crisis, 56 seconds left, tie game. What is your play, Vince? Are you holding up or are you sending your guys?
I'm a send. I'm always a send. I push. That's kind of that can be the sword you die on sometimes, but obviously semi-pro, no overtimes.
Yes.
So they can go, 0-1 for their first match.
Ties don't hurt. When you're waiting to get into Sunday, sometimes a tie is your best friend.
Yeah, so on your screen right now, breakout Carolina Crisis. Looks like they are going to send it a little bit on the Dorito side. Now they do send a player out to the corner to protect that wire. I think, in this situation, ref trying to call from across the field, see if that player's out.
Preferred mob lost 1 out of the back center off the break. They're down 2 preferred mob. You might even think about blowing this here. 3 on 5. Preferred mob stuck in the back bunkers. The Dorito won the snake side can. Crisis getting into the snake side brick, but they lose a body on the Dorito side.
Yeah.
24 seconds left. P-Mob loses another out of the Dorito side. Crisis wheeling and dealing. Jake gets into the snake undetected. Just look inside. Just hold it down. Just look inside. Jake is basically just a safety gap here. Crisis coming down.
Wow.
He shoots 1. This is going to be a no point. Oh, no. Crisis. We're freaking out over here because Crisis went in to hit the buzzer, but Jake shoots him as he goes.
Trying to figure out right now if it's a penalty or not. So if a dead player looks like swing point, maybe? I'm trying to figure it out right now. So if you're getting a play-by-play right now, what just happened was Jake gets into the snake. It's 2 huge kills on the players trying to go through. He does, however, get the player as he hangs the buzzer. So we're trying to figure out right now if that is a major penalty for a dead player hanging. Essentially what it is, the player has a hit on him, he hangs it. That's a swing point under 60 seconds. A major penalty under 60 seconds is a swing point. So we're trying to figure it out right now. A little bit of excitement going on here. Of course, Carolina Crisis and P-Mob have to make the match exciting here in the last couple of seconds. So we're going to find out from the refs, having a little conference right now on what actually happened and what's going on. Pro player Nick Slowiak talking to the refs from Ironman. and what a comeback season they've had so far as well. So as we take a quick second here, what do you think happened? What did you see there, Mike?
I saw Jake shoot the Crisis player, pick him up at the last second, blow up his back, and saw the Crisis player reach to hit the buzzer. If he hit the buzzer, it should be a major. I know those Preferred Mob guys well, so I'm quite biased out here. I lost my poise there in the pit, was throwing my notes around, hit Vince a little bit, I think.
We were freaking out here.
I was about to start shouting into this microphone. Had to pull it together.
Yeah, trying to figure out right now. We will get the final call from the Ultimate. We did hear point approved, though, so I don't know who the point was for. We're going to try to figure that out.
For you guys?
Yeah.
Swing?
So it's because he hit the buzzer.
Yeah, swing point.
Swing point, 4 seconds left. Game's over.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we got the final confirmation here. All right, so from the Ultimate, player got hit, hung the buzzer. That is a game-altering effect, so it is a swing point.
For Preferred Mob, so Preferred Mob wins the match 4-3.
Yeah, Preferred Mob will get that match in a nail-biter, 4-3 to Crisis. Crisis has to be kicking themselves right now for that.
That was their match to win, that's for sure.
All right, here on the breakout, New Jersey Jesters, Chicago Distortion, 39 seconds left in the game. Big breakout, heavy guns from the Jesters trying to get those crossfield shots right now. But you can see Distortion, Haber getting right into the snake again, but they know he's there. They're expecting him. So they're shooting that gap. They're waiting for him to come across.
25 seconds left. He can't play it slow if he wants to win this point. The Jesters have some advancement on the Dorito side.
Oh,
Haber
great shot.
blows up the snake side tower. Now he's launching.
He's
going straight for the buzzer. No one saw him. Haber's going to win this match.
Wow. What a clutch play by Haber, as Haber's going to get that kill on the tower. They're going to streak up the center. Jesters players don't know that Haber's there. He runs all the way down the field and hangs the buzzer. What an amazing high-level play by Haber. Potentially just won that for them.
Yeah, I think it was under 10 seconds, so there won't be another point. Haber, despite getting a minor penalty in the middle of the match, hands down MVP. 2 points he shot from the 3 and made it to snake off the break. He gets into the snake that point, goes down, understands the situation. It's not about staying in a spot and getting kills. It's about hitting the buzzer before time expires, and he does exactly that. Great match by Distortion and Preferred Mob. Vince, how blessed are we to start our tournament off with incredible dramatic 4-3 matches.
Absolutely.
Out here at the Windy City Major.
So I think MVP of the has to be for P-Mob there for
Jake,
that clutch last second. And then there, Haber just so dominant, starting out the matches with a 4-pack, and then just such an amazing move to shoot that tower player and go run it in and hang it. So,
and he's fast.
Yeah.
He's got jets.
So here is the schedule we have. So next set's going to be PB Fit versus TCP Machine, CEP versus Brawl. And then we also have Killers versus, PB Fit versus TCP Machine, and Killers versus Ruthless Factory. So with that, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey guys, what's going on? Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball. Check us out online or in store. LoneWolfPaintball.com.
Just kidding, everybody. The Jesters want to play out the 9 seconds. So traditionally, if a point is under 10 seconds, in the past, they've burned it. But a team can request to play out the 9 seconds. So at the very last possible second, the Jesters decided They're going to go no packs, and they want to play out the couple seconds to maybe see if they can run all the way down the field.
Or catch a major on Distortion. If Distortion gets a major off the break here, that's a swing point. So Jester's going to run everybody off the break. They stay in the back. I don't know. They shot their guns for a second. But now they come streaking through, right up the gut. He gets blown up.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much going to do it. So I guess the whole strategy point there is they were hoping that they were hoping there that Distortion gets the major and then swing points it out. But odd things that we see sometimes here at paintball tournaments. So,
or maybe they just want to put some paint on somebody. You know, they're feeling a little angry. They know the match has gone away. Maybe an opportunity to bonus ball presents itself. You know, you have a little release. You come into the next match with a clean conscience.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of get that frustration out a little bit. So, apologize for a little bit of a mix-up there. Just a couple quick reminders about semi-pro. So, semi-pro, they do have a 5-point mercy rule. So we will see that if there's 5-point mercy rules, and then also there's no ties in semi-pro. No overtime in semi-pro. So that we will have a tie, 4-4, 3-3, something like that will stay on the record, and they will not go to overtime. So a little different than the pros on that side. But with that, I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, joined here by Mike Jeffrey, a paintball mastermind and former coach of the New England Hurricanes. So we are now going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the upcoming sets after this.